Well, Caitlin Clark could be breaking another record, this time with an endorsement deal.
We're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and Nike, and it looks to be that things...
Once again, Caitlin Clark is in the spotlight, but this time it wasn't due to a game-winning basket or a long three-pointer. Rather, it was due to an amazing $25 million development that few anyone anticipated. According to reports, Caitlin utilized the power of her record-breaking Nike contract to make an astonishing proposal that startled the WNBA and sparked controversy around the sports world. According to reports, teammate Sophie Cunningham was taken aback by the sudden action, which may have altered the perception of endorsement power in women's basketball. Nike isn't only selling shoes when it believes in an athlete, it's also influencing the course of sports history. Michael Jordan is one of the few individuals who best embodies that legacy. His influence extended well beyond the basketball court and completely changed how sportsmen and international sports brands interacted. Therefore, many insiders saw Nike's decision to give Caitlin Clark the biggest footwear contract in WNBA history as a symbolic passing of the torch. The legacy was ignited by Jordan. Clark. She seems prepared to lead it into the future. This is the central theme of the narrative. Caitlin Clark reportedly asked Nike to add Sophie Cunningham in a secondary brand relationship after she signed the largest sneaker deal in WNBA history.
I have to come after him.
Although neither Nike nor either player have formally verified the gesture, it has already emerged as one of the league's most talked about topics this season. This is what the general population is aware of. According to reports, Caitlin Clark secured a historic 8-year contract with Nike for between $25 million and $28 million. She is reportedly the first WNBA rookie to obtain such a deal, and she has secured one of the most lucrative endorsement deals ever given to a female athlete thanks to the pact, which also includes her own trademark shoe line. The deal made it clear that Nike was investing in Caitlin's brand, enormous fan base, and long-term influence in addition to her basketball skills. However, what Caitlin allegedly did after completing the deal surprised a lot of people. Sources connected to the Indiana Fever Group claim that Caitlin made an unexpected gesture and invited Sophie Cunningham to a private team meeting. According to reports, she wanted a portion of her collaboration with Nike to provide a promotional opportunity for Sophie, giving her exposure through the same international brand. It's unclear if it was set up as a player-focused campaign, an official sub-endorsement, or some other kind of partnership. But according to rumors, Caitlin lobbied for her teammate to be included in her own Nike brand launch. This gesture swiftly went viral on social media and became a hot topic of conversation. Why, Sophie? For those who haven't watched the Indiana Fever carefully this season, Sophie Cunningham, a seasoned and physically fit player, has emerged as one of Caitlin Clark's most ardent supporters on the court. In post-game interviews, Sophie responded to criticism by standing up for Caitlin during heated moments in games, stepping in when opponents became overly aggressive, and offering the toughness, leadership, and protection that have made her a standout presence on the Fever's young roster.
It really pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
Despite only being teammates for a portion of the season, their on-court bond has been unmissable. Their synergy has been evident during games, and their mutual trust, communication, and support stand out as essential components of the Indiana Fever's developing identity. Sophie may not be the team's top scorer, and she hardly ever makes headlines. However, her tenacity, leadership, and steadfast devotion have undoubtedly left a mark, particularly on Caitlin, who has been under tremendous pressure to lead a franchise as a rookie while every choice and performance is evaluated.
Does Caitlin specifically, do you think, handle that?
I have no idea. You gotta ask her. That girl's brain is different.
Caitlin has acknowledged in several interviews that her teammates helped her make a much easier adjustment to the professional game. She has been candid about the tough style of play across the league and the severe hits she has taken. She has also stated that she is able to maintain her focus and continue giving her best effort because of the support she gets from colleagues like Sophie.
Pretty overwhelmed right now, but there's just a lot of people to thank. First of all, my teammates. I wouldn't be here without any of you, and a lot of you.
Although it may seem strange, many people feel it plausible that Caitlin would utilize the power of her own brand to assist raise a teammate. Nevertheless, such a transfer would be incredibly uncommon in professional sports. Endorsement deals are usually confidential, negotiated on behalf of specific athletes, and closely monitored by corporate executives, sponsors, and agencies. It would be unusual for a rookie to land the greatest endorsement contract of her career and then allegedly remark, "I want to bring someone else along." This isn't how these collaborations usually operate. It would show that Caitlin Clark is aware of her current influence and has decided to use it differently. Nike has not yet responded to the rumors, and neither Sophie Cunningham nor Caitlin Clark have addressed the allegations in public. If the claims are true, though, it would be the first time that a WNBA player, rookie or veteran, has used her personal endorsement deal to directly give a colleague a chance. That level of support would send a strong statement in a league where sponsorship deals are not dispersed fairly and there are still few significant marketing options. A collaborative commercial or possibly a Sophie Cunningham player edition version of Caitlin's upcoming signature sneaker are two ideas that fans have already begun to speculate about. The message has already had an effect, regardless of whether any of those concepts come to pass. Caitlin Clark is contributing to the development of a culture where loyalty is rewarded and recognition is shared, rather than just building a personal brand. The gesture has reportedly raised spirits within the Indiana Fever group as well. It's understandable why coaches value it and teammates seem to respect it. On the court, the WNBA has long prioritized teamwork, while off-court endorsement opportunities have typically concentrated on individual achievement. If the reports are true, Caitlin has questioned that conventional wisdom. The narrative has already affected how many players and spectators view the significance of endorsements and personal brands across the league, even if Nike's relationship with Sophie turns out to be symbolic or restricted. Caitlin Clark's decision to utilize her platform to promote her colleagues raises significant concerns about the future of women's basketball, given the media exposure she receives, her record-breaking endorsement contract, and her global reach. For the athletes who will follow in her footsteps, what sort of example does that set? It implies that a rookie can lead through influence and how she uses it, in addition to collecting points. Sophie Cunningham believes that this moment, whether it turns into a formal endorsement or continues to be a widely shared expression of gratitude, is another factor contributing to her rise to fame among followers. She is well known for her physical play style and her daring demeanor. Now, she is at the heart of a narrative that is as much about character as it is about commerce. This gesture resonates with so many people because Caitlin Clark didn't have to do it. She apparently decided to utilize her spotlight to draw attention to someone else in a league where every player is vying for visibility, attention, and lucrative sponsorship opportunities. The gesture's symbolic meaning has already left a lasting impression, regardless of whether the terms of the purported Nike arrangement turn out to be official or informal. It's unclear what will happen next. Caitlin Clark's first signature shoe collection is anticipated to be released by Nike later this fall, possibly prior to the start of the WNBA playoffs. It's unclear if Sophie Cunningham would participate in that campaign with her, but based on the current enthusiasm, a lot of fans would be in favor of it. Nike has not formally acknowledged the reports, but the discussion about Caitlin's purported gesture is still expanding. Opinions have been expressed by past players, experts, and WNBA fans. Whether or not the deal is eventually confirmed, one issue keeps coming up. It speaks something about Caitlin Clark's leadership that she would attempt to involve a teammate in one of the most significant endorsement moments of her career. According to the rumors, she wanted to share part of that attention with someone else rather than just using her increasing celebrity for her own benefit. A gesture like that has even more significance in the WNBA than it could in many other professional sports organizations, since marketing possibilities are allocated unevenly and player pay frequently don't reflect the level of performance on the floor. Almost no rookie in the WNBA has a position like Caitlin's. She was one of the few rookies to become the face of both her team and the league as soon as she joined. That remarkable level of popularity has been reflected in her jersey sales, television ratings, and significant sponsorship deals. However, influence, the kind that most novices never get to use, comes with that level of visibility. According to reports, Caitlin seems to be leveraging her early career power to help open doors for those around her. The timing couldn't be more important for Sophie Cunningham. Despite not being well known, she has gained a reputation as a fierce physical competitor who doesn't back down from confrontation and doesn't hesitate to voice her opinions. Although she has never been recognized as the team's top scorer, her unwavering effort, energy, and competitive spirit have continuously gained her praise. For Sophie Cunningham, receiving praise from Caitlin Clark and possibly drawing interest from Nike is a huge lift. The narrative has already raised her profile and exposed her to a larger audience, even in the absence of an organized campaign. More significantly, it supports the notion that influence in women's basketball may be utilized to uplift others, rather than only develop a personal brand. The purported gesture has already made a lasting effect on supporters and the league, regardless of whether a formal cooperation follows.